When's the last time you had a pep talk? Pep talk, pep talk.
Yo, when's the last time you had a pep talk? Has it been a minute? That's okay, you're in the right place. I've got you. Welcome to Pep Talk. And on today's episode, I'm just so filled with gratitude. And I'll tell you why in just a moment. But for now, let's get it. Welcome to Pep Talk, episode 75. This is the podcast that cheers you on and coaches you up. I'm your host, Coach Jay, a life coach in Dallas-Fort Worth, and I'm so glad to have you with us today for, again, the 75th episode of a podcast that we started back in January of 2023. And today is a very special episode because for the foreseeable future, this is the last episode of Pep Talk. Now, that's not saying that episodes won't come here and there over the course of however long, but as far as weekly episodes, this is the last Pep Talk. And I know it sounds really, really sudden. I know it sounds abrupt, but this is something that I have been thinking about and praying about for a very long time. I was having a discussion with my pastor, and one of the things that he always says is that you know that it's time to leave a thing, to make a change, when the vision and the creativity that you had for something, it no longer exists. Now, I'm not talking about your spouse, right? Okay, I'm talking about things that we like to do. And as far as this podcast is gone, I think for the time being, at least, the vision and the creativity and the drive, it's abandoned me. And I think that is a clear indicator that my grace for this project is being rerouted into a different area, a different season of life. And so instead of continuing to come back week after week and give half-hearted effort, after some prayer and some discussion, I think that this is the perfect time at episode 75 to hang up the microphone for just a little while and to really begin to lean into what is next for my life and what is next for the life of my family. Podcasting is this round of podcasting for me has been an incredible ride. If you've been with us since the beginning, you know that this is actually my third podcast, but my second serious podcast. The first one was called The Ycast, and it only went about 8 or 9 episodes before we stopped back in 2019. This one, for it to get to 75 episodes, for me, it's taught me a couple of things. The first thing is that I could do it. I proved to myself that I could grab onto something and that I could stick with it. But it's also taught me that I have the ability to do this. I have the ability to use my voice as a means, as a vehicle of helping people. And I know that because so many of you have told me in person or sent emails or sent messages where you've told me that something that was in that particular week's podcast led you to some type of a breakthrough or led you to make a different decision or led you to make, a different choice than you would have made. And I think that is incredible. I think it is absolutely incredible. Now, I know I had grand designs of becoming a ranked podcast on Apple and on Spotify. I know that I had a goal originally that I wanted to get to 100 podcasts and then podcast episodes and then reevaluate. But goals change. And if there's one thing that I have learned is that we have to be flexible because we never know what's coming down the pike. We never know what God is going to present us with, what life is going to present us with. And we have to always be prepared to readjust. We have to be prepared to readjust, to take stock of where we are, and to think beyond ourselves into what might be the greater good. Now, I don't make this announcement under any delusion, right? We have had fairly consistent listenership since the beginning. Our episodes generally get between 20 to 30 listens or downloads per episode, which, may not be big in the grand scheme, but it's big for me. If I were given a talk and 20 or 30 people showed up, I'd be pretty ecstatic. I'd be pretty ecstatic about that. But it's those of you who have continued just to hang. It's those of you who've continued to listen to entire episodes, to give me your thoughts, to tell me what's worked for you, to tell me what you wanted to see included. My heart is filled with gratitude, and it's not really a bittersweet thing. I'm not bitter about it. Because I believe that no matter where life takes me, no matter what road I end up on, no matter what happens, I know that I will still be doing things that line up with my core values, which are to motivate, to inspire, and to encourage. And so no matter what I do, no matter where I land, no matter what happens next, those are my core values. And so everything that I do is going to be built upon those things. And so who knows where you'll see me next? Who knows where you'll hear my voice next? I'm still going to be looking to do different podcasts, and as I do, I'll share those out on my socials. But for now, this is, to quote one of my favorite Boyz II Men songs, the end of the road. And so I want to thank you. 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 If you've ever listened to just a second, if you've listened, countless minutes and hours from the content that we have, thank you. If you've ever encouraged me to keep going, thank you. If you've told me I need to quit, thank you. I appreciate each and every one of you from the bottom of my heart. I pray blessings upon your families. I pray blessings upon you. I pray that the purpose that you're here for, the one that is maybe dormant inside of you, I pray that it will begin to speak to you, and that you would have clarity over the next steps that you need to make in order to live out the life of adventure that God has ordained for each and every one of us to live. Whether you have everything that you need or not, I hope that you will have the courageous obedience that my wife and I are working toward, that we're working in right now, to do what you're called to do and to be obedient with what you've been charged to be obedient with. You are great. You are incredible. And the world needs to see your greatness and your brilliance. So don't hold it to yourselves. Share it with everyone that you meet, and just go have the life that you were meant to have. And with that, y'all, this has been episode 75 of Pep Talk, the last episode for now. And so for the last time, I want to tell you that I love you. I think that you are meant for incredible things. And y'all know how we end it. We're going to sign off for the last time. Keep it love, keep it light, and keep it peppy. Y'all be blessed. This is Pep Talk. Coach Jay signing out. Peace.